Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So I've got another Stitch Fix delivery to share with you. So if you watched my previous unboxing, and if you didn't, I'll link it here, I ordered a box from Stitch Fix, which is an online personal stylist. I shared with them all my sizes, a Pinterest board, and some ideas on exactly what I was looking for. You also discuss how much you're willing to spend in different types of categories, how different parts of your body are measured. You know, have you got a long torso, have you got long legs, long arms, things like that. And also what kind of styles you're looking for, what parts of your body do you want to show off. There's quite a lot goes into the matching you up with the right stylist who's going to listen to the information that you've given them and also look at what the best items are for you and your kind of body type. So like I said, this is my second box. So if you've watched my first video, I kept two of the items from my last box. I kept the long sleeved stripy t-shirt and the jeans as well. And then I provided feedback on all the items. I asked for the same stylist again and I said, look, here's my feedback. This is kind of what I'm looking for. And I also shared a link of my previous video so that they could see how the clothes looked on me, so they've got a better idea going forward as to what might work a little bit better for me. So I've now received my second box, which all the items are here. I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you every item. I'm going to talk about where it's from. I'm going to talk about how much each item costs. I'm going to try all of the clothes on for you. If you're new to Stitch Fix, you can get a £15 credit off your first order with them. So how that works, you use the link that I provide and you'll get your first box. You won't have to pay a styling fee, and if you decide to keep any of the items from that box, then you'll get £15 knocked off. And I'll also get money for referring you, so it's kind of win-win. It allows me to keep doing these kinds of videos. And if you decide to keep all of the items in the box, you get 20% off all of the items, plus you still get that £15 credit off. So that's a really, really great deal if this is something that interests you. So as part of the service, you get a returns envelope, so it doesn't cost you anything to return the items you don't want. Once you've had that first box, if you decide to continue with the process, in future it would cost you £10 for your box, and you don't have to subscribe, you can have it as a one-off, but if you do decide to stick with it, then they will charge you £10, but you'll always get the £10 knocked off anything you decide to keep. If you decide to keep nothing and you send it all back, then you just waive that fee, you don't get that money back. So something that's worth thinking about if you're thinking of doing this. So I think the great thing about these personal stylist boxes, you can say, look, I'm shopping for work, or I've got a wedding coming up and I need a dress, or whatever your kind of needs might be, and they can choose things to suit you and your needs. So it's great. So for me, I'm still kind of looking for a bit of a preppy look. I want some kind of smart, casually type clothes, i.e. clothes I can wear for work and I can wear like at the weekends and stuff. As you can see, I'm a kind of jeans and t-shirt kind of girl normally, but I'm trying to dress a little bit smarter in certain situations. So let's have a look what's been sent to us. So as always with Stitch Fix, you get a little envelope like this, and it says your stylist thought these would look great on you, and then inside is an invoice. It tells you everything that's in here and how much everything costs. And then you get these cards, and they have outfit ideas. They tell you what each item is, where it's from, and two different outfit ideas on how you could kind of style that piece. And you also get a little note there written by your stylist to you, discussing the kind of needs and requirements that you've told them for your fix. So mine says, hello Crystal, I hope you're well and happy second fix day. Thank you for the feedback you provided following your last fix, and thank you for sharing your YouTube video with me. It was lovely watching you open the box I picked for you, and although not everything was a perfect fit, it did give me an indication of the styles that may suit you better. For today's box, I went back to your Pinterest for inspiration and, in line with your request, made this fix preppy and autumnal. The first item I selected for you was the warehouse dress. So let's have a look at that. Ooh, okay. So we've got a dress here from Warehouse. Kind of said for work I like to wear things with like chunky tights and black boots, so this should hopefully style quite well with that. So I'm interested to try that on and see how it works and see what it looks like. Like I said, this is from Warehouse, and this is the animal print straight dress. They've styled it here in those two different ways, and the dress is £46. First impressions of it are good. I'm just not 100% sure what the length's going to be like on me because I am kind of short. But we will see when we get to the trying on stage. So this is the Warehouse animal print dress. It's in the size 8 and I've just got it on with some tights and boots, which is what I would wear it with if I was kind of wearing it to work. I quite like it. I like the pattern and I'm just not 100% sure. It's quite clingy. What do we think? The length's actually not too bad. It sits just above the knee, which is good. I didn't want it kind of too short and I certainly didn't want it any longer than my knees. So actually, I think the length is just about right. And she's put, I think this is a perfect day dress that you can style with tights, boots and layer with the Yas cardigan. So, the Yas cardigan. So I'm not familiar with this brand. Oh, this is a really kind of heavy cardigan. It's black, it's a really quite long length and it's got a tie on the waist. Again, you'll see this better when I try it on. I like, first impressions are good. It's super long. I don't own a cardigan that's that long. I like the sleeves here where it goes quite narrow there, where the wrists are. So that'll probably look quite good actually with the dress. That is the Yas Morton knit cardigan and it retails at £60. And it's just this one here, which is a little bit more than I would normally pay for a cardigan, but I'm open to paying a bit more for things that I really love and that I'm going to wear time and time again. So this is the Yas cardigan with the dress as recommended. It's super long, certainly longer than any cardigan I've ever had before. Not a bad thing, I don't have one like this. And I do quite like the sleeves. They're a little bit long on me. I suspect my arms are probably too short for this kind of style, although I could always kind of fold them over a little bit. So it's not too bad if I kind of do that with them. I will say the cardigan is really nice and heavy. It feels well made. It doesn't, it's, you know what I mean? It's not a lightweight, flimsy cardigan. This is quite a heavy cardigan, so perfect for winter. Can I wear a cardigan this long when I'm only short? That's my only kind of concerns with this, but yes, I'm definitely looking for some kind of feedback on this one. Then we've got, it says, I'm really sorry that the skirt in the last box wasn't a great fit. I hope this one's better for you. So she's included the Warehouse velvet skirt, which is this black velvet skirt. I like that feeling. I get not everybody will probably like velvet, but it's just a nice simple black skirt with a zip on the back and the length looks like it should be okay. It's a mini skirt, that kind of style I find sort of fits me better being a short type of person. This is £29 as well, which is quite reasonable for a skirt, so I really hope that this fits well because it's definitely, I think, the sort of thing I would like. So now we're on to the Warehouse skirt. It's just got that zip at the back. Then it says I'd style this with the burgundy jumper. So the burgundy jumper is by Warehouse and it's called the button shoulder cozy jumper. It retails at £42. And it looks like this with these buttons going up the side here. And it's got the kind of polo neck, which I like. I love keeping warm and snuggly in the winter, so I'm totally open to that kind of style. I like the look of this jumper. So far I like the look of everything that's been included in this box. I'm excited to try them on. And I've paired it as they recommended with the Warehouse jumper, which is in this kind of off brown colour. It's also got this like button detail on the neck, which I like. And it feels nice and soft, it's not itchy. That's another thing I kind of specified when I was communicating with Stitch Fix. I cannot cope with itchy fabrics. It's not super clingy either, so kind of nice for sitting down in all day and still being quite comfortable. What do we think of this? I definitely think the stylist has got me a little bit more this time compared to last time. I think that's one of the things with kind of personal styling. You kind of have to get to know someone and what they like and what they're into, and then obviously I guess it gets that little bit easier to kind of style people. The skirt comes up here just above my hips, and it's not super long, so that's good, and it's not too short either, I don't think. So yeah, I quite like the length on that, and I like the combination with the jumper. I'm going to try it on with the Whistles jumper as well, and then you can tell me what you think looks best. So then finally, the most expensive item in the box. This one is by Whistles. It says that she'd also consider styling the skirt with the Whistles Polo jumper. So this is called the Annie Sparkle Polo Knit. It feels incredible, and I love the fact that it's sparkly. I just think it adds something a little bit special to it, and definitely the sort of colour that I would choose. It's another polar neck, and I just love the feel of it, if I'm honest. So this is usually a lot more than I would pay for a polar neck. This is £75, but if I am in love with it, then I would still consider keeping it even at that price. It seriously feels so good. So let's try it on. So this is the Whistles jumper. It's a gorgeous kind of navy blue, which is very much a colour I go for. Really like the sparkle that's going through it, and it just feels really lovely. It's, like I said, it's pretty pricey. I think this is £75 for this jumper, but I do like it, so I'm going to have a think about this one. So it's, like I said, a kind of polar neck, and it's got a little slit there on either side, and I don't think it looks too bad with this skirt either. In total, if I was to keep everything in the box, the value of everything in the box comes to £252, but with the 20% discount that you get if you keep them all, you save £50.40. And with the 20% discount, that brings the total down to £201.60, which I don't think is horrendous. I mean, think about it. That would be for a skirt, 2 jumpers, a cardigan and a dress. So for that, I would totally be willing to pay that price. The question is, which items looked right and which ones should I keep?